What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? I assure you, even though you can't see me at the moment, this is your buddy Big Johnny G from Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. So, last week, if you watched the solo showdown I did for Friday Night Fillers, you would have seen that I literally came within 2 turns of winning Forbidden Island before all my adventurers drowned horribly. So for this week, Forbidden Desert, we're going to step it up a notch. We're going to pretend that everyone escaped last week, got in the helicopter, only to crash here in the desert. And for some reason, some of the adventurers are different. Maybe these were some of the ones that were staying behind because there was no need for them, or they were injured or unconscious, and now the roles are reversed. Who knows? Just trying to put a little backstory on this. So I have the board all set up. You're going to set it up in a 5x5 grid, and you're going to notice that in the middle, there is no tile on that. All these tiles are double-sided. There's a city underneath hiding, a city portion underneath each of these tiles. Well, not quite each of these. 3 of them, as you notice, have these little water drops on them. Where's the third one? There we go. 1 of them is a mirage. 2 of them is a well. And anyone that is on that, anyone, whether it is one of the adventurers or all 5 of them, will gain 2 water. Water is very important. As you see, there's a track here, and not everyone starts equally. That's for sure. For example, my water carrier starts with a level 5. While my poor climber starts with a level 3. Unfortunately, that's the way it is here. You'll also notice that some of the tiles I already have these sand markers on. I have the rest of them off here to the side. These are also double-sided. The other side is going to have a darker coloration with an X on it. And you put this whenever a second one is supposed to be put on. Because if there's 2 or more, it is impassable. It's impossibly impassable. Now, on each turn, each of the characters is going to be getting up to 4 actions. You can take 0, 1, 2, 3, or 4 actions on each turn. And after your 4 actions, or as many as you take up to 4, you will have to draw a number of storm cards. There's red storm cards. And the number you draw will be determined by what level you are currently at on the tracker, on the storm tracker. We are starting with a 5-player game. So I have it set up on the track for the 5. And since I've played the game before, I am not starting it on novice. I will start it on normal, which means we will be taking three of these storm cards until the ticker moves up to the next level, 4, 5, 6, and if it gets past 6, then we are dead. All right. What else to go over real quick with you? The rest of it, I guess we'll learn as we're moving on. This storm will move. It is going to move during the game, and that is determined by the cards that come out. And the cards tell you, like if a card came out with an arrow pointing to the left and had 2 on it, then you would move 2 of these over here. So that would actually move the storm shifted over here. Now, any tile that you move, because that is going to get sand put on it. But you'll see how that works as we play, because it works very naturally. Actually, all the rules in this game tend to work very, very naturally. Now, since there are no dice to roll, there are no secret hand cards. All cards are going to be played out. I will put whose card is whose off to the side of them. And unlike Forbidden Island, with a 5-card hand limit, there is no hand limit here. But then again, every card is a 1-shot card after it is used. There is no discard pile. It will all be going back directly into the box. Maybe that's one reason why there is no hand limit, because you're probably never going to get to that point. So we're going to start the game. We all start on the crash site, which has the helicopter and the symbol of the meeples right there. And order is determined however you want to determine order. So, let's see. We are working with the navigator. Right here. And the navigator has the ability to move another player up to 3 unblocked tiles per action. Remember, block is if there is 2 or more of the sand markers on it. And the navigator is starting with 4 water. The water carrier starting with 5 water can take 2 water from excavated water tiles for 1 action. It's pretty cool. And also give water to players on adjacent tiles for free at any time. Now, that is a free action. If you are on the same tile, then you can pass water or equipment. If you pass water, you just lower your tick marker by 1 or 2, how many you're giving, and the person, the recipient, will mark theirs up. So it's very simple. Those are free actions. But you have to be on the same tile. Unless you're the water carrier, then it will be adjacent tiles. And adjacent means orthogonally. Up and down, left and right, north and south, east and west, not diagonally. Diagonally is an X. X means no. So the climber, he can move through, or she, there's no sex or race or anything. The climber can move to block tiles. So even if there's 2 or more, the climber is going to be able to go through it for a regular action. Also, the climber may take 1 other player when they move. So that's cool. If they're on the same tile, then the climber gets to take them, and that does not count against an action for that other pawn. Like my little pointer? Now over here, the explorer, who, the climber starts with 3 water, I forgot to say. The explorer starts with 4. You can move, clear sand, or use a dune blaster diagonally. Normally they cannot be. None of those things can be done diagonally. But the explorer is special. And with 4 water, the meteorologist. I can't remember if the meteorologist has been played before, but I know I have not played the meteorologist. So this is going to be pretty cool. Starting with 4 water, spend action to draw fewer storm cards. 1 per action. So we're starting with having to draw 3. So on the meteorologist's turn, could only do 1 action and save the other 3 to not have to draw at all. Or could just save 2 actions, only do 2 things, and then only draw 1 card. So that's actually pretty cool. Also, by spending 1 action, the meteorologist can look at the storm cards equal to the storm level, and then optionally place 1 of them at the bottom of the deck. So our storm level is 3, so the meteorologist spending 1 action would be able to look at the top 3, and then if the meteorologist so chooses, can take 1 of those 3 cards and put it on the bottom of the deck. That sounds like a lifesaver to me. I know for a fact I have not run this before. All right, so I think that's it with the overview, so let's get started. I can't see any particular reason to start and pick any order, I think. Because you're able to do 4 actions, up to 4 actions, as I've said. You can move as an action. You can clear sand. If a tile has no sand on it, or you just cleared it from sand, therefore having no sand on it, you can excavate it by flipping it. Or if there's a part, you can pick it up. And the parts, it's very cool. You can see how that works. This tile is a part. It'll have the little part symbol on it. And we're going to put it right there where it's supposed to be. So that works out pretty cool. Right, so, like I said, I'm not sure if there's a reason for me to start with any particular person. But I will say the navigator. I'll say the explorer, and then I'll go around clockwise. So I'll start off with the explorer. So I'm going to be taking up to 4 actions and then drawing 3 of the storm cards. So the explorer can move, clear sand, and use a dune blaster, which is an artifact item that you can get from the deck, from the relic deck, diagonally. That's not particularly handy at the moment, but so green, the explorer, will spend 2 actions. 1, get rid of that, and 2. These things build up fast. Let's see, that was 2 actions spent. Start getting closer to the water. Over here for 3 actions, and a 4th action, we're going to excavate and see what's on the other side. All right, so a clue to one of the parts. So this is showing that we're on the east-west angle right here. So the matching card will be north-south. And like I said, we'll just find the crosshairs. So that's a positive start, I gotta say. So that was all 4 actions. So now we have to draw 3 of these storm cards. Now just to keep everything on the up and up, they have been shuffled. But for the camera's purpose, I will gladly do this again. So we're drawing 3 cards. Oh, really? To start with? Just hitting me with the sun beats down. All right, well, as you see, the card says, players each lose 1 water unless they are in a tunnel or under a solar shield. Solar shield is also something you'll find in the deck. Oh, man. So now everyone's going to have to take 1 because nobody is in a tunnel. Nobody has a solar shield. Now, the way those item cards come up is some of these cards will have the symbol in the corner, and that means that you found something. So then you just draw from the deck. So, and we don't start with any. So we have nothing at the moment, my friends. Nothing except sweat and stickiness and disgustingness. That was just 1. There's 2 more to come out. Okay, so this is showing how the storm moves. The storm is going to be moving 2 tiles north. So what we're going to do is 2 tiles north is how you move the tiles. So that shows the direction of the tiles move, not the storm. By the tiles moving, the storm therefore moves. But these 2 moved, so that means we're looking at that guy is now impassable until the sand is cleared. So that was the 2nd card. And now the 3rd card. Oh, man. This first turn is really hitting us hard. So we're going to be moving the storm track meter up 1 tick. And then whatever amount that says, which still will be 3 at this point. As you see. Oops. Right there. Pardon me. Got a little sand in my throat there. Now the meteorologist. We got hit pretty hard there. But there are only 3 storm picks up and only 4 sun beats down. So the meteorologist is going to one and excavate. 2. A tunnel, nice. And as you see, a relic is found. In the tunnel and found a solar shield. As I was just mentioning, you and other pawns on your tile may ignore the effects of sun beats down until the start of your next turn. Play at any time, does not count as an action, and discard to box after use. That's like pretty good for the meteorologist to have. There we go. So that was 2 actions. We'll go over here for 3 and then 4. Another part of the tunnel. When the sun beats down, if you're in the tunnel, you're fine. So that's another relic. The time throttle. Take 2 more actions during your turn. Play on your turn does not count as an action. Discard to box after use. Who were these ancient people that left these things on the island and now in the desert? And soon coming to Forbidden Sky! Yeah, I'm kind of excited. It's why I've been wanting to play these games. Kind of build up to Forbidden Sky. So that was the 4 moves. So now we're at 3. Let's see if I paid off Being that we got a couple of the bad cards out that I didn't need to use the Meteorologist's ability. It's a little bit of a gamble. Let's see. And it stunk as a gamble, which is why I don't usually gamble. All right. So the Meteorologist is fine sitting there in the tunnel. The rest of the players are out in the open, not in a tunnel, and not under a solar shield. So they're all going to be taking 1 damage, except the Meteorologists. This is no bueno, mi amigos. This is Nick Wunderbar, mein Franz. I don't know if I'm saying those right. I'm a bilingual illiterate. I can't read or write in 2 different languages. Actually, more. All right. Okay, so everyone's starting to get a little bit hurt. But we do have an opportunity because we have 2 of the 3 possible water spots. Only one of them is a mirage. So there's a pretty good chance, well, there's an obvious chance that one of the nearby ones may be able to help them out. And I think that's what we're going to do. I think I'm going to move people there. Coming up next will be the Climber. Only started with 3, down to 1. Very, very hurting here. Okay, move block tiles. Take 1 other player with you when you move. So the next player coming up is the Water Carrier. And then after that, the Navigator. They're both right there. The Navigator can move 2. Can move another player, up to 3 unblocked tiles per action. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. The Climber is going to take along the Water Carrier for 1 action. Taking the other player with me counts as an action, so that's 2. And then 3 and 4. 3 and 4. Okay, let's see if this is going to work out. Okay, so it's going to shift 1 spot. As you see there, it's going to shift 1 spot, which moves this from there to here. I wish there was some way to... my big fingers. I hate this. This is the one thing I don't like. I love tile games, but this is the one thing I don't like about them. Okay, so it only has the 1. It didn't have 1 on it yet. Number 2 of 3. Oh, okay, this came up, so this is cool. I can explain this to you, considering the placement here and what's going on. See, so, this was backwards, sorry. If it was like this, then nothing would happen. That's what I was thinking of, sorry. It is not, because if it was like this, there's nothing to move up. So it's kind of like the storm is just chilling there in that spot. But I was wrong. That water's getting further away. So these 2 are going to move down. He's moving down. And he's moving down, which makes this guy impassable. And now the possible water is starting to get covered up. Now, card 3 of 3. I thought that felt like 2. Oh, thank goodness. Well, I mean, not goodness in the sand. I mean, sand, but I can deal with that. I can deal with that if I have to. So it's going to move 3 over. There's only 1 to move. This is kind of what I was talking about a moment ago. But this will have the sand put on it. There we go. Oh, boy. All right. Is that, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Right? Should we go 2, 3, 1. Okay. 2. Losing track already because my mind is racing ahead of me. Now in alter plan. See, this is what happens with this game is everything starts moving around on you. And your plans have to, well, like the sand, they have to shift. I wasn't paying attention there. The card count is off. That upsets me. That upsets me highly. So to make up for it, this is not 100% sure. Take that one down. Come on. Here we go. This irks me. I still love the game, but this irks me. There we go. There. All right, so next, the water carrier. Okay, the water carrier is going to flip. It's going to excavate for 1. Oh, darn it. Excavate for 1. Don't want to get away. There's 1 turn, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So we're going to come over here for 2. Get rid of this for 3. Then we're going to move in here for 4. All right. So now 3. If I leave them out, I'll be able to keep track of them. All right. So the storm is going to move 3 down, but it can only move the 1 down. It's a little bit of good news. Yeah, see, if I do this, I can keep tracking them before I put them back in the discard pile. 2, yeah, it can. Sorry, I got excited there for a moment. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. All right. There. And then for the 3rd card, oh yeah, this is working out much better. Okay, so then move tile 1 over. I do feel better now. That's why I'm going to do that moving forward. Since I can't seem to think of anything except my plots and plans, Machiavellian schemes. So now the navigator, the yellow, can move another player up to 3 unblocked tiles per action. Who needs the water the most? Oh man. Yeah, the climber. All right, so for 1 action, there you go. 1, 2, 3. For a 2nd action, 1, 2. For a 3rd action, we'll clear sand. For the 4th action, we will excavate. So this is water, since there's only 1 mirage. So these 2 players are now going to be able to get, well, players, this is me. These 2 adventurers are going to be able to get 2 water back. Puts the climber back up to max. And the navigator, 2, 3, 4 back up to max. Those are all 4 moves. So now we're still at the 3 tracker. I know we got lucky there. Don't know if that's going to last, but let's see. So storm card number 1. All right, 3. So it can only move the 1 space. That's starting to cover up what we now know is the other water well. So we don't want to see that happen. Card number 2. It's going to move down 2 spaces. There is no tiles to move down 2 spaces. So nothing happens. This would have been here, then one of the 2 tiles would have moved down. This would have been here, then both of the 2, but that's not happening. So now the 3rd and currently final storm. Well, it had to happen. At least 2 are safe. Okay, so the water carrier and the meteorologist are in the tunnel, so nothing is going to happen. However, our explorer is going to lose 1. Now, if any one of these adventurers gets down to that skull, the game is over. If we run out of sand tiles, the game she be over. And if this track, as I pointed out earlier, gets up to the top of the skull, game is over. Alright, so that was all 3 of the cards. That one take damage? No, the meteorologist doesn't take damage. Just those 3. What else we got that? See? They just got, but they already lose. How unfortunate. Well, actually, it's very fortunate that they gained 2 before they lost the 1. Still working in their favor, not quite as much as we had planned and hoped. So now moving back to green, the Explorer. The Explorer. One, 2, 3. Another city under the sand with some treasure. The Dune Blaster. Remove all sand from your tile or from an adjacent tile after use. So that was 2 actions, 1 to move, 1 to clear. Where's that other water guy hiding? Oh, up here. I'll let them handle that. 3 and... Oh, wait. Dune Blaster. Want to use that yet? There's only 2. Move and clear, use Sand Blaster diagonally. The tile are an adjacent, so 3. I'm going to hold on to the Dune Blaster. And... how many sun beats down? There's 4. How many have come out? 1, 2, and 3. There's only 1 left. I'm going to stay outside. And I'll excavate this. They can hit that up. Okay, so 3 cards. 3 cards, Monty. Okay, it isn't as bad because it isn't the sun beats down. But I do get to move the sand marker up. So drawing for that amount. It's still the same amount for now. I don't think that's going to get me. Now, if that was 1, sorry, I want to keep track. So it's 1, 2. So it's going to move up 1. So this is going to move over here. And it's going to gain a sand token. See how easily this all flows? And then the third one tile is going to move this way. So this is now getting a little heavy. There we go. So that was all 3. Now that the Explorer is done, it's time for the Meteorologist. Do I want to use the Meteorologist's special abilities? I have to save actions for that. Well, let's see. Got to get to that water. One, 2, 3 to excavate, 4 to excavate adjacent. I really think that's what I wanted to do. Now we gotta just start figuring on getting everyone over here before they take too much damage. The Explorer's hurting. I'm gonna get this Explorer up there. Okay, so that was all 4 actions for the Meteorologist. So that brings us back here. Which are the tunnels? The tunnels are starting to drown in this sandy sea. Number 2, again, same effect. Only one can move. Now card number 3. Okay. Nobody's in a tunnel. Oh, yes, right here. Okay, so my water carrier is in the tunnel. That's good. Appropriate. Yeah, the meteorologist play at any time. It's going to deploy the solar shield. Unfortunately, there's no one else there for the meteorologist to help with this. It only affects the character in the tile. So then this is going out of the box, out to the box. There is no discard pile for these relics. What you find is what you get. So the meteorologist is fine, and the water carrier is fine. The other 3 are going to take damage, so to speak. Everyone's going to lose 1. This tension, this is why the first one is my wife's favorite game so far. Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Oh no, the water carrier did not get affected. The water carrier is in the... Sorry. The water carrier is right here in the tunnel. That's 1. That was 2. This 1 was affected. 2 was affected. 3 is affected. Oh! Oh, wait! So, okay, so not yet, but the Explorer has 0 water. The Explorer takes 1 more damage. The Explorer is done. However, there are no more of the Sun Beat Down cards. This was the last one. But when this runs out, these will get shuffled and put back in. So we only have a limited time to get the Explorer up to the well that we know is good. Okay, oh. And that was the meteorologist. That all happened up there. The climber has not gone yet. I almost lost track. Almost, but not quite. So the climber, yeah, move through the stack tiles. Take another player with him. That counts as 2 actions because took someone with him. 3 actions. Woohoo! Let's see. Mr. Climber. Terrascope, peek under any unexcavated tile. Play at any time. Does not count as an action. Discard after use. Any unexcavated tile. So any tile that's not flipped. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use this right now. And I want to see what's under here. Oh, this is the launch pad. Yeah, we need to know where this is to escape. Okay. That counts as an action. That did count as 2 actions, 3 to flip. So my climber has 1 more action left. Also needs to get up to that water. So the climber's going to start heading up that way. The water carrier is going to excavate, well, clear sand once, twice, 3 to move over here, and then 4 to flip it. Okay, no part, but we do have a, but we do have another relic coming up. All right, another solar shield. Last one was used. It's definitely going to be needed soon. As soon as that runs out, that is. Okay, so that was That was a water carrier, sorry. Oh, wait. That was the climber. Two. Wow, I'm losing track of move. My mind is moving so fast. So that was the climber. Sorry, not the water carrier. Oh, the climber finished. I didn't do... The water carrier doesn't have this yet. Then I forgot to do the out time. That's why. See, I'm rushing ahead. So that's one. Next card up. 2. And the last one. Okay. So then 1 down. All right, so now the water carrier moves and does what he does. Drawers over here, gets the solar shield. Everything is now back up into place. That was 2. 1 to move, 2 to clear, 3 to clear, 4 to, yeah. So now his, let me put these ones back. This isn't going to be good. There's going to be another storm soon. All right, so 3. We're going to do 2 of the 3. 1, 2. Buckle my shoe. Oh yeah, things are going to get ugly soon. There we go. Is there even another? I think there's only actually 3 the storm picks up. So no, there isn't another one for us to worry about right now. Smooth sailing, so to speak. And the 3rd and final one. 1 up. There is no tile to move up 1 space, so nothing happens there. Now the navigator. Move another player up to 3 unblocked tiles per action. So for 1 action, 1, 2, 3. For a second action, 1, 2, 3. And 2 actions left. One, 2. Drawing 3. That's storm picks up. Oh, okay. So we know what happens here. We're approaching the 4 mark. 1 tick at a time. I'm still saying this is not going to be what kills us. I'm telling you. It's going to be someone running out of water. It always is. 2 over. 2 over. See how all this sand is piling up. I warned you in the beginning, this gets a little crazy. My wife doesn't like the stress of it all. And then 1 down. I mean, I can understand why. Okay, thank you, Mr. or Mrs. Navigator, or Ms. Navigator, or Dude Navigator, or how about just Navigator? Back to the Explorer. Explorer with that Dune Blaster looking pretty good. Since we got everything all piling up. Meteorologist still has the time throttle to use to take 2 more actions during the Meteorologist's turn. The Explorer green. You know, let's see, 1, 2, 3, and then back here 4. So for 1, I'm going to excavate, clear the sand, I'm sorry. 2 is going to move over here. 3 is going to flip this. All right, we found another clue to another piece. And then for 4, why wait? Why wait? Wait for blue, but that's going to be not good. All right, so then for 4 is going to move back. Oh, he has to. 4 is going to move back here. Was here to do that. And then is going to use the... Oh, this should be the other way. And then is going to use the sand blaster to clear away everything over here. That was starting to build up. This is a used well. This is really the only other choice. Okay, Explorer. So now let's see how bad it gets. Next turn, the meteorologist, hopefully he's going to make it to it. Is going to flip this. So we got 2 of the 3 to start with. Whoops, forgot to put these ones back from before. Got 2 of the 3 to start with. Then I'll have to reshuffle. So it's going to move up 1. There we go. Bing and a bam and a boom. And then it's going to move 1 over. I still have 1 more card. Doing it in front of the camera, a soft little shuffle, because that's the easiest way to do it with my arms wrapped around the camera like this. So I want to make sure to do it on screen so no one thinks that there's any funny business going on. Although I doubt any of my friends out there, I doubt any of you would. I think you would trust Big Jen. Okay, so the 3rd and final card then. Please, 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 please don't be the Sun Beats. Oh, thank goodness. 2 down. 1, 2. Listen, that's it. Just take that. Take that, Navigator. I think you're so tough. So the meteorologist was going next. As I said, the plan was to flip this. So that is the first thing the meteorologist is doing. Because they all need, these 3 need to get some water. I mean, the meteorologist, not so much, but... And so the climber, who was in desperate need, 1, 2. The Explorer also in desperate need. Move that back up 1 and 2. And the meteorologist... Oh, wait a second. The meteorologist is going to use... Oh, the meteorologist has no actions left. No, darn it. Oh, free action. Free action. Sorry. Free action is going to give 1 to the Explorer, which knocks the meteorologist down here, but then gets 2. 1, 2. Bam, baby! That's how you run it. Okay, feeling much better about this now, but not so much this sand stuff going on. So that was 1 to flip it for the meteorologist. Free action to give water on the same tile. So that means the meteorologist still has, what, 3 left? 5. Meteorologist has 5 left. I think I'm going to use that. Okay, we need to... Okay, so we only have 2 potential parts showing. This engine and this crystal. If they were the same one, then this is where it would be. Because this is where the points meet, the crosshair, so to speak. So, 5 actions left because I'm using this. I'm using this. One. 2. Chip pack. Move to any unblocked tile. One other pawn on your starting tile may come with you. 3. 4. Propeller. 4. Okay, spend 1 action to look at storm cards equal to the storm level. Optionally place 1 at the bottom of the deck. That is going to be the last action. So we're storm level 3. So I will be able to look at 1, 2, and 3, keeping it in the order. Keeping it in the order. And I will be able to put 1 on the bottom if I so choose. Okay, so no sun beats down. Thing is here, 3. I'll put this one at the bottom. So these are going back like this. And this one is going to the bottom. Did you see my thought there? I was almost going to call it a plan, but let's be realistic. Let's call it a thought. So now, as we know, we're going to draw 3 of them. So we know what the 2 of them are going to be. So the storm is going to be moving 3 tiles over. See, this is why I kept that one. But only 1 can move over. That was my plan with that one. Number 2, we know is the 1 down. Help! It's like the beach. Sand is everywhere. And now this one, we don't know what this one is. This, we don't know. Okay, we can handle that. We can handle that. Because there's nothing here to move to over. All right, so that actually did work out good for the meteorologist. Now for the climber. Climber's looking good, all at full. Take 1 player with when moves. So might as well take the explorer with. We'll go 1. We'll do 2. Let's take 1 other player with you. It doesn't say for an action, such as the navigator does. Those 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. All right. Let's see what's happening. Verb, that's what's happening. All right, all right. There is nothing to move over. So we like that. Is luck going to last? Ah, no. 9. Okay, so the sun beats down. Is anybody safe? All right, so the water carrier is going to be safe because the water carrier will use the solar shield. Remember, the discard pile, so that is out. Everyone else is out in the open, out in the open, out in the open, and out in the open. So everyone but blue, everyone but the water carrier. Navigator down. Climber down. 3 to 2. 4 to 3. All right, now card number 3. 1 over. We can do that. I mean, unless it's going to block movement, we really don't care. And actually, that does come up. Sometimes you need to get somewhere and stuff's blocked, but that's a tunnel too. Wow, we don't want that too covered up. Now, what happens, happens. If we need it, I don't know. And 2 more over. 2 of the 3 tunnels are getting very buried here. Oh, we gotta find another sandblaster. So that was... Oh, did I draw an extra one? Shoot. All right. The water carrier. Okay, so 1, 2, move, and then flip 3, and then 4. Okay, the crystal. So this is going to be where the 2 points meet on the east-west or left-right pattern, and the north-south. So those actually meet right here. Add an extra action, be able to use the pickup. Do not have that option. Because that took the water carrier everything to do that. So now 3 or 2. No, I'll do the 3. Okay. 2 over this way can only go the 1. Card number 2. Sorry. It's going to be 2. Now, wind's blowing it back. Wow. And now the third and final option, 1 down. These 3. Back over here. The navigator. It's kind of hurting down at 1, but we have no more water options. Both wells have been tapped. Once the water carrier gets there, the water carrier can take 2 from excavated water tiles for only 1 action. So the water carrier is still the best possible savior for us at the moment. The navigator, yellow, right there. Moving the player up to 3 unblocked tiles per action. Another player. One, 2, 3, and then 4. To pick up. Put that right there. So proud they have that. Okay, so the first one is found. It's looking positive. Looking positive. Let's see how bad things get. All right, so moving 2 up. And 1. Moving 2. Second card. Okay, 1 down. Back and forth and back and forth. Gets annoying. And the third and final one. This has got to be bad. We haven't had a bad card in a while. Odds are... Okay, I was wrong. I'm never good at gambling. 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, and 3. Stack's starting to get a little light. So these 3 cards. And right back over here. Notice my little trick so I don't lose track now? Did you catch that? Did you catch on? All right, so the Explorer can move clear sand and use Dune Blasters diagonally. This one's going to move over here for 1, for 2. Propeller. So was the other one there? Oh, man. This is where we need a Dune Blaster. So that's where the propeller is. 1, that was 2. This is 3. And this is 4 for the Explorer. Now 3 cards. I said we've been having a good run as far as storm level rises and sun beats down. How much longer can this last? 3 cards at a time. Let's see. Still lasting. I don't know what to say. I honestly thought that was going to be a card that said, just stop, you're all going to die. That's what I kind of thought. There is nothing below that, so very cool. And the final of the three. I can feel it in me bones that I'm wrong. And again, nothing. So we got really, really lucky. Okay, so what's that? Three drawers with neither of the two bad cards coming up. And then on top of that, there's no next turn we're getting hammered with at least one of each. At least one of each of the what the hell are they called again? The storm picks up and the sun beats down. Okay. Meteorologist with the jetpack. You can move to any unblocked tile, taking another pawn with you. We have to go find the launch pad again. And see, that got mixed up and now I forgot where it was. Okay, so maybe the meteorologist is going to use the jetpack. The meteorologist is going to jet over here. So that's one action. Two actions. Three actions. Four actions. I know, maybe I should have used the meteorologist's ability to check this, but you know what? I'm convinced that we're screwed in this turn anyway, and with at least two cards. Yeah, maybe I could have mitigated that, but we needed to get that down, right? Coming up next is the climber. We can get right over there, climb over these. Let's see. All right, no one has solar shields anymore. Nobody is in a tunnel. Tunnels are both blocked. So everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 are all out and all taking damage. See, this is where it is getting ugly. And now you're saying, John, why didn't you use the ability? Because I honestly, I say that was 3, so back then 2. My thumb moves it when I pick it up. 2 down to 1. 2 down to 1. Meteorologist. So maybe I messed up with that. Maybe. That was just the first card. Is my prediction right that it's gonna be 2 cards that we get hit by? Whammy! Nope. 2 down. 1, 2. So they're both gonna get hit with this. And the third and final one. Yep, 2 cards. What did I tell you? It would have been the beats down I put at the bottom, of course. You know, it'd be really funny is if the next card for the next player, the first one out, is a beats down anyway. Actually, I kind of hope it is, because I'll validate the fact that, but I'm still taking it twice instead of once. I know, I'm just trying to find a way to not feel bad about my stupid mistake. All right, so the climber. One, 2, 3, and 4. All right, so we only need 2 more pieces, then we need to find our way to the launch pad. This is very, very, very tight. All right, so let's see. What? Oh, no! Oh, no, that's almost it. That is it. That is it. Look, the navigator. Dun, 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 dun. Everyone else is just losing down to still in the regular I'm alive zone. From 1 down to 0. Oh no. Yeah, this is rough. This game really is. The navigator died. Dun 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 dun. Oh man, that was rough. You see, it didn't start off that bad, but you know the way it starts off, you can see how it's gonna go, where it's gonna go, and it definitely does. It just gets worse and worse and worse and worse until finally. And this isn't even the most sand I've had out in the game. I gotta tell you that. Yeah. Ah, Kaz making some comments. Sorry, I saw into the game and didn't notice that, buddy. One of your favorite co-ops, man. Yeah. Yeah, I love it when this hits the table, too. I imagine that, like myself, you are highly looking forward to seeing what Forbidden Sky is all about. And if it actually incorporates this. You know, since the first one, you escape in the helicopter, and this one, your helicopter crashes, and you take off in this, a flying machine, and then the next game is Forbidden Sky. I don't know. Anyway, so that, my friends, was another episode of Big Johnny G Loses a Game. I think that's what I should just recall Solo Showdown, is Big Johnny G loses another game. At this point, you probably don't even realize that I've won a game or two. I really have. You can go in the backlog and check that out. Anyway, my friends, so I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am out of here.